Well, hello everyone, and welcome back here for Free Practice 2, round 10 of the 2022 season. So far, a lot has been happening in the season, not in Free Practice 1. That was treacherously boring, with only 10 drivers even putting in a time. So I do genuinely hope that this will be much better for the session we are having ahead of us, as Biggles is unfortunately hindered in joining me. So I will do this all alone. I stocked myself up with some energy drinks. I got a lot of water here, as I will do the talking for a whole hour, and somehow I don't know. It started around Spain with my voice being a little bit fucked up, and I'm still a little bit fighting with that. But first of all, I have just seen in chat the absolute insanity that is King Chu with his 25 € donation. So thank you very much for that. And I am too very interested what Williams will do with their B-Spec. So I wanted to prepare a little something more to talk about in case the session gets as slow or boring as the first one was. And I was looking at updates, what there was, what kind they brought, and I really didn't find anything apart from Ferrari bringing a new rear wing, and of course, just a statement that Williams, McLaren, and Mercedes brought major upgrades. What they are, we don't know. And with only 10 drivers putting in a time in the last 4 minutes or something of free practice one, we really didn't see all too much if there was anything positive coming from those upgrades or not. What really made me happy is that we had Bottas in P1, even though, yeah, the session wasn't representative at all. Xera YouTube asks if Mercedes has fixed their porpoising yet. Probably. It's not looking as bad as it was. While they are still running a very stiff car, they have a lot of bouncing, which, according to Mercedes themselves and press releases they put out, it wasn't really porpoising anymore, but it now is just a bouncing coming from the suspension. So, yeah, we still have some minutes to go here, 5 minutes to be exact. And in the meantime, let's throw the all-important question out again. Dear viewers, everyone who is in here, where are you from? Where are you looking from? I've posted a picture of my little commentary box I've made in my sleeping room. So if you are interested in how I am watching and how I get all the data and information to tell you about, come join our Discord. The link should be in the description, and have a look at my assorted energy drinks and lots more. Another good question. Can Mercedes have the pole position? I quite honestly don't think so. Um, I mean, it's uh, Hamilton really went all out there on a dry tire even, and he still wasn't able to beat Bottas's time. But again, that Supermax, how many Red Bulls? Currently, I have 4 here, and I have 20 more in the fridge. So I should power through this, no problem. I mean, no matter how boring the free practice sessions getting, I will always have you and chat being entertaining, funny, and as Biggles likes to say, pretty much all knowing. Gavin, racing statistics. We are not from a particular part in the world. I, for my part, I'm Swiss. Our basically director here, the one who's doing all the important stuff, all the technical programming and digital side, is from South Africa, Biggles, with which who I am commenting a lot here. He is currently living in Panama, so we're having really a nice and international team here. We're having Jenna commenting with us whenever she finds the time. She has won the DHL commentary thing, and is rather busy with that at the moment, so she will not join us all too much, but at some times. So we are seeing weather information. The humidity has gone down to only 37%, while the track temperature rose about 7 degrees to 30 degrees centigrade. We are seeing a lot of sun, not much water out on the track, almost no clouds in sight. So, yeah. Do I speak Italian, French, or German? I speak a little bit of everything. I live in the German part. I was forced to learn a lot of French at school, and I have had an Italian girlfriend for a while, so I do at least understand all of those languages quite well. My sexy live cam. Yeah, that is actually a good question. I'm not that sexy as our humidity is incredibly high here, so I am sweating like crazy. But, well, I will just set up my camera real quick, then we can see if our programming god in the background is able to display me and work that into the stream or not. As soon as stuff is started here. There we go. So we got it. Neat little green screen, so you can't see all the chaos I am having in the background. And now I need to get all the relevant tabs back where I need them. There we go. 1 minute until we get a green flag, and beautiful country and people. That is partially true. Depending on where you go, rural areas in Switzerland, you see the ugliest people you can imagine, but they are quite cute down in the cities. So yeah, Lewis Skipperton, I will not run out of Red Bull. I do have 24, currently 23 and a half. So yeah, 10 seconds to go. We are seeing Charles Leclerc that is already in the car. At McLaren, already all looking at the car, tire blankets ready to come off. So it is a dry session, and companion, can you come to Mars having a dry session? Um, I'm with that, but unfortunately, Elon Musk isn't really there yet. So session challenge, drink 24 Red Bulls. No, no. I like my liver, functional how it is right now. And why I don't drive for Red Bull, I had pretty much very, very eco parents, so to say. And I was never allowed to go karting as a child, so I do have a little bit of a motorsports career now, just with being a race engineer, mechanic to be precise, on a DTM machine. And yeah, well, we do go on racetracks with different cars whenever. Basically, wait, I have a frozen screen here. We do go to racetracks with the team for everything most of the time. So unfortunately, I was never able to drive Silverstone, but yeah, now they are pouring out of the pits here. We have pretty much everyone apart from Latifi and Leclerc on the track, but I don't think that they will let us wait for very long. Uh, Zurich, Bern, Luzern, Oberlands. I'm basically easiest to say. I am from St. Gallen, big town in the east. Beautiful monastery where I went to school. So yeah, we have all the cars on the track. Unfortunately, my computer is having some hiccups here. I guess it is processing power related due to the camera and the green screen running. So unfortunately, I have to shut that down and get myself another solution for next time. But we are now going to see the first bankers put in signs leading the field there on this 18 turn track, if I'm right, I guess. Yeah, it's 18 turns. So that is unfortunate. No face cam for you, but we do have anarchy. Everyone is out, and Max Verstappen hearing weird noises. So he is going very slow. And that is very unfortunate for the Dutchman there. He is, but it looks like he is getting back up to speed now for another lap. So, putting in some purple mini sectors, so the noise doesn't seem to be too dramatic. So yeah, Marmar would love Vettel in the top 10. We would all like I think we all would love anyone in the top 10 apart from the top teams. I would love to see Vettel win a race this season, but also Magnussen still kind of have dreams and hopes for Schumacher, but that's not looking too good. Or another Grand Prix win for Gasly would be nice. Whatever is shaking up the field, having Alonso back on a P1 maybe. Just everything that just shakes it up. Like, I don't know, an Albon podium or something. That would all be so nice to see. But now, yeah, Verstappen seems to have the problem under control. We are on board with him going over the start finish straight there. Has power in the car, puts it into P1 with a 1 minute 31. So we are quite on track, I think, with the whole falling out of free practice one. We will see a lot of different programs around here as we see the Ferrari of Leclerc going down the straight, followed by Sainz, both putting in a time better than Verstappen, taking P1 and P2 respectively. It seems like that new rear wing they brought here really seems to work. Lots of Flovis on that wing still, but yeah, the Red Bull we see here in a replay going over the curbs very low. Like that car was over the curb, barely throwing up sparks, but literally ripping the curbs from the ground. So that's going to be interesting. But the driver still, even though it is dry and sunny, seems to be having trouble with rain. With rain. What am I saying? I'm sorry, that was wrong. With wind, as we have seen Norris just going incredibly wide into turn 3. That was. Um, Russell complaining about Alpha Tauri's getting in his way. I mean, come on, we're on a racetrack, you know? Everybody wants to get a fast time. Nobody wants to get out of your way. No blue flags are shown. Damn. Yeah, the map will be fixed soon. We need to get some data in there first, so it can accurately display everything. So yeah, currently still everyone on the track but Perez. He is going back into the pits probably to set up for his next practice program, gathering data. It looks like they will quite likely, most likely have to do this parallel with having both the drivers in every team, by the way, having both the drivers running separate programs and then kind of predict what the program results from one driver would be for the other to set that up. So yeah, we got yeah, it is chaos out there. We're seeing everything. We're seeing a lot of mediums, lots of hards, some softs out there. The Ferraris currently sitting in P1 and 2, both on medium tires, only split by about a tenth of a second, followed by Alonso, then almost 6/10 of the pace. So yeah, the Ferraris, as always, they are showing very strong pace in just one lap. And all we can do is hope for them to get their reliability back on track so they can show this pace throughout the race as well. Because, qualifying on pole isn't worth a damn if you can't drive all the laps that are required to finish. Yeah, we have just seen Verstappen go wide, the same corner as Norris did before, so the wind seems quite gusty, quite aggressive here. Hey Jose, hello, welcome back. I hope the stream is working better now than it has been working in free practice 1 for you. So yeah, it is tricky. The big upgrades Merc were bringing, I have no idea what they are. I have been searching the internet for, to be honest, only about half an hour because I had to go and get myself some Red Bull and hot wings for after the session. So I had only about half an hour of time, but I didn't find anything on the upgrades Williams, McLaren, and Mercedes have apparently been bringing. All I have found and know is that, yeah, Ferrari is sporting a new rear wing, and it seems like that rear wing is working for them quite well as they are almost a second off the field, almost a second off Hamilton, who has placed it in third now. So whatever they brought seems to be working as well, as he has set this time on a on a medium tire and is about 4/10 quicker than Alonso, who made his time on a soft tire. And yeah, Verstappen is not too far back with a fifth position, but rather far back if we are looking at that and seeing that it is 1.5 seconds off Sainz's pace. So yeah, we do see a lot of Lando Norris's foot fetish camera. I don't know. I like the idea, the concept, but I I don't see it working as it's just too dark in there for uh really good pictures, like basically just see a plate moved towards you or away from you, which is his throttle pedal, and that's about it. Yeah, I mean the pedal cam would be a very, very nice thing, as we have seen it in free practice 1 for a short time, if it is implemented into the onboard camera, like basically into this little halo graphic they have made with the gears and everything. And there is just like that is a great display to see what's happening. You measure it, you don't want to see my feet. The difference between the driver camera, the pedal cam now here, in Formula One and in the WRC is that you have way more room in the WRC pedals, so you can see what they are doing. This one here in the Formula One cars is kind of weirdly, very weirdly placed, I think. So yeah, after the first 10 minutes, I have almost emptied my first Red Bull, so I gotta cut down on that. Don't want to walk out to the fridge. But after the first 10 minutes, we have an expected Ferrari and Red Bull lead in the first four positions, but followed then by Hamilton, all of them on a medium tire, which I wouldn't know. We don't see too much soft running from other strong teams. We see some Alpines running the soft, but they are quite, I mean, they are like 3/10 almost behind Hamilton, 1.5 seconds off Leclerc's pace. So it might be that medium is going for a medium is actually the stronger tire here. So yeah, but there is definitely more happening than in free practice one, despite the wind. So yeah, I see things happening. I wonder if we will see a safety car in the race here on Sunday, as there have been quite a lot of safety cars, especially after starts. There were like 6 safety cars coming out in the first few laps throughout the last 8 races or something. So 1-2 for Ferrari is Grandmaster Yoda's call. I am with you as long as they don't run into other reliability issues. While they did have a week off, they could really have a look at it. I do not think that they will struggle with that this weekend. But yeah, I do see that. They seem to have brought a quicker car than Red Bull has, just a car that is not as reliable as the Red Bull there with his Red Bull power unit is. And Chu, you're on a delay. Stop spoiling it. I don't know how much is your delay, and why don't you do something against that? Like everybody else seems to like it, so why don't you, huh? Wanna come at me, bro? I got enough Red Bull here to drown you in it, so oof. Williams, major upgrades, I would say, is about floor and side pods. As I was just getting a glimpse at that Williams and first thought that was a huge accident, but there's just the whole part, the whole right part of the Williams covered in red Flovis. And yeah, the porpoising on Mercedes, or the bouncing if it is not aerodynamic, if we can believe their engineers, it doesn't seem to have gotten better, as Hamilton complains on his radio that he still has a lot of bouncing on the straights. So, yeah. Yeah, greatest driver of all time, Latifi puts in it 15th position. That's not very impressive for the GOAT, but so now the other interesting part I want to throw to you in chat. Do you think it is a good tactic or it was a good tactic of Red Bull to bring a lot of upgrades quite aggressively early in the season, or are you thinking that it would be better to have a slower upgrade program like Ferrari does? So, are the porpoising regulations in place for this race? They should be. They tried to put them in place last weekend already, but that was too quick a notice to make anything like sensible as well for Canada. So they are now having this in place now. I think they do. I haven't found anything on it. I haven't read anything on it. Apart from some motorsport outlets being like, "Oh yeah, the new rules," but not really if they are actually in place or not and what the rules will be. What is definitely what is definitely a rule that should be in place this weekend is the ban on jewelry, especially criticized by Lewis Hamilton, as we do not have seen any jewelry on him for now. So yeah, the poll is up. What do you think? What upgrade strategy is better? Fast and aggressive like Red Bull is doing, or rather slow and steady like Ferrari is having it? So yeah, but it is currently quieting down quite a lot as we are only having Sainz, Gasly, Tsunoda, Paris on the track. Albon just driving into the pits. Paris able to improve quite a lot on his personal best, but still being 2/10 behind Verstappen, now in P4, followed by Hamilton, 1 second off Leclerc's pace in P5. So, Alex, you'd come out looking like Mr. T. Yeah, sort of. I understand that the rule is there and the FIA is there to enforce the rule, and it's okay. It is a rule, and I think you should abide by that because the rules are there for a reason. But with this particular reason, with this particular rule, I just don't see a lot of reason. Like, it's a stupid rule. It still kinda has to be enforced. I mean, decent jewelry like Hamilton was wearing it most of the time shouldn't be a problem to be ripped out or whatever. So, not really, but to have a general ban on jewelry does make sense. I mean, I could wear a nose ring that weighs like 2 kilograms or something, 4-pound nose ring, why not? So, yeah. Verstappen is currently not on mediums, he is in the pits. As we get another lovely view of Binotto's hair, moving quite gusty. So our Binotto wind indicator tells us it is gusty out there. Not a lot of wind, but just some gusts every now and then. So this is what's catching the drivers off guard around turn 3 and turn 6 so far. And we are back to having every driver in the pit, nothing happening, no one there. So yeah, um, it is. Yeah, I can. Alex, good take there. I can see the risk for the driver himself, but zero risk for anyone else. So 100% think it should be the driver's choice. Um, yeah. I am with you there. I think it is a stupid rule. Hooked on classic. What if Hamilton has a Prince Albert? I would not be the one checking that. So I guess he could still be wearing this in a kind of protest. Maybe he has gotten one, in protest because no one checks there. But yeah, no, I think it is necessary that the rule is enforced because it is a rule and it is there. On the other hand, it is a stupid rule. I would rather get rid of the rule than yeah. But yeah, hooked on classic. I don't want this picture in my head, but now I have it, and I feel like I should share something disgusting with you just, so we're even. I had to imagine it, and now you should suffer it too. So yeah, track is empty apart from Bottas and Russell getting some tryers. Bottas finishing his outlap, probably start pushing now. Where is he in the timing sheets? Let me see those juicy sectors there. In sector one, it looks like he is able to improve his personal best. So we might see him rising up as he even gets purple mini sectors in. The camera is currently showing us Russell. Not all too spectacular there. Where is he sitting down there? Still on his outlap. Come on, TV directors, show us Bottas. I mean, as far as I'm aware from the timings here, he has a personal best sector 1 and is well on its way to a purple sector 2. So I don't want to see Norris's feet in a replay. Russell finishing his outlap, so now going for his flyer. And Joe on his outlap, he will probably have to let Russell pass down the Maggots and Beckett's, the cathedral thing, like turn 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that nice and wiggly worm-like thing. And Bottas putting it up into P6 just behind Hamilton by 1/10 of a second on a soft tire. So that is quite impressive. Looking good for Alfa Romeo. So yeah, I can understand that they, enjoy the foot cam and are experimenting around with it a little bit, but I don't know if a Bottas is on a flyer that puts him into P6 and you can see that on the mini sectors, I want to have that on screen. I don't want to see the outlap of Russell. I mean, okay, British team, British driver, kind of a highlight there and everything, but it's not what I want to see. So, tension rises. Now, interesting. Both the Haas are on their outlaps, and currently Mick Schumacher is ahead of Kevin Magnussen. So they will definitely want to do something, and there is Russell's time coming in at 1 minute 30.583. Putting him about 7/10 behind, 700ths behind Bottas only. But yeah, it seems like Hamilton and Bottas are pretty much inseparable. Still pretty much inseparable. Inseparable. There we go. What tire is Hamilton on? We don't know. Currently, he is sitting in the pits. Is not out on track. On track, we see Guan Yu Zhou currently probably trying to get his first serious lap in on a soft tire. So yeah, currently we are seeing a lot of qualifying simulation after only about 25 minutes of cars on that track. So I don't know how Robert in it is already, but yeah, looks quite well. So if I go to the shoe foot cam, it needs to be a smaller cam in the corner with the main camera showing the car. King Chu, I will change your mind a little bit with it should be an onboard camera of the driver so you can really see where he's braking, when he's braking, and so on. But yeah, maybe with a 10 euro donation you can buy my opinion to your side. No, you can't. Don't. All good. We love you no matter how much you donate or not. Your presence is what we are really, really happy about. So yeah, Joe, after his flyer puts it in 10th, least, well, 6 tenths behind Bottas. And Magnussen putting more of a distance between the Mercedes as he is only 100th of a second, or to be exact, 13,000th of a second slower than Bottas, who just put in his next lap and is now ahead of Hamilton. Still inseparable. There is only about 200th of a second between them. Best friends forever. BFFs, loves, ooh woo. Um, they will have a lot of fun with each other, but Russell seems to really have something out there as he is putting in a lot of personal bests, even a little sprinkle of purple. And you know what? Forget about that. Oh shit! I hit my microphone. Forget about Russell. Norris just puts it into P1 ahead of Leclerc by 344 thousandths of a God damn it. I need to get another drink. Give me a second. So let me try that again. Never mind what Russell is doing. Norris just put it into P1 ahead of Leclerc with a time advantage of 3.5 tenths of a second. Russell also improving on his time, putting it into P4. Still more than half a second off the pace, but I guess they are getting there. Now, I would really, really like to see, um, you know, some radio messages of the Mercedes, how the car is doing with the bouncing, or porpoising, or kangarooing, or um, whatever. So now we are going along with Carlos Sainz through sector 1 on a soft tire, looking very aggressive there. Able to improve on his personal best. Mini sectors tell us that is gonna be purple for sure. Oh no, it isn't. Doesn't get into Norris's time window there. Quite interesting, even though he had two purple mini sectors throughout that sector 1. Now in sectors 2 also again improving on his personal bests, setting a lot of purple many things there. So yeah, but it looks like yeah, that was quite out of the track limits there from Science through this wiggly worm bit, which I always forget the name. God damn it, I am so bad with this track. I am sorry, but I think you know what I mean when I say the wiggly worm bit. And he looked quite slow through there as well, and he is abandoning his lap. It seems like the Ferrari is currently built for straight line speed with their aero setup. Wait, even though he seemed to bail out, was not able to improve on his personal time, he still put it ahead of Norris by 1/10 of a second. So yeah, whatever McLaren has been bringing in upgrades, it seems to be working. So yeah, waiting through the wiggly worm bit. I am so sorry. I expected to do this with Biggles, and he is a genius. What it is with all the names around the track, and I don't know, I just can't remember them. I don't know why. I'm just bad with that. But it looks like, at least on the track map, it looks like Norris and Ricciardo are getting a little bit racy there. I would like to see that, but yeah, he quite boinked himself through the wiggly worm bit there. Um, that cost him a lot of time, and yet still he was able to put it in front of Norris. That is sad to see. Hey JJ, Salim, freut mich, andere Schweizer dort zu haben. I just hope you live in the German part of Switzerland. If you don't, that was fucking stupid. So yeah, any of you knows how that turn 10 through 14 technical part is called? But yeah, with the porpoising regulations coming this weekend, I don't think Ferrari can bring that pace and that speed, that downforce performance to the track on Sunday. I mean, they are genius engineers there. They will think of something, but as of now, I think maggots and Beckett's. Yeah, maggots, worms, close enough. I knew I was close. It felt right to call it worms. It felt right. So yeah, maggots and Beckett's. There we go. Yeah, that's something I really enjoy about the chat here. Not everybody knows everything, but we are enough people together that whatever question is thrown out there, somebody will know. And oh, and B, what a Basler. No, I'm from St. Gallen. It's not much better, but more bars, I've heard, more bars. And yeah, Maggots and Beckett's, I enjoyed this. I also enjoy the wiggly worm bit of the Texan Grand Prix there. Just after turn 3, then the 4, 5, 6, 7 combination there. I like to drive those things. Like they are, it's very cool to just have those corners pretty much flat out, no braking. And oof, Mick Schumacher looks flying there. Like whatever they did, that car is fast. I mean, he's only improving on personal he is only improving on his personal times as the Haas has kind of fallen out of competitiveness, unfortunately. And yeah, well, but personal improvement, but never mind that. Ricciardo is currently until sector 3 on a full green lap, even with some purple sprinkled into those mini sectors. So he is on a soft tire, he is feeling good. He is quite on the pace where you would expect a McLaren to be. At least the timing sheets look like that. And he goes seventh. Okay, yeah, no, seventh is good. That is okay for a McLaren to be. That is where I would expect a McLaren to be. Around there, neatly in the midfield, in the points. That thing Norris put together there that put him into P2, that was just insane. So always bad for Ricciardo to lose out to a teammate. But yeah, that was good. I think he is. And I don't want to say I feel like he's slowly finding confidence in this car because it has looked that way a lot this season already, and it has looked like that a lot last season. So, nah, I don't think we will see much more of Ricciardo here in Formula One, which is making me incredibly sad. You know, the Honey Badger, he was really the guy who drew me into Formula One back when he was still driving for Red Bull, his first season there. So it is really really sad to see him go, but the performance is just off. It's just yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Red Bull is doing there. They're just sitting around in the pits. Haven't really seen much from them. Jan Sargent, yes, Ferrari easily fastest car, absolutely with you, but also one of the most unreliable cars. Ooh, yeah, Gasly, complaining about having absolutely no grip. So, yeah, no, Ferrari, fastest car this year, absolutely. What they are putting in qualifying and how they are able to just drive away from the field within the first few laps of a race, it is impressive, but they need to get their reliability issues sorted out because fastest car doesn't help you anything in Formula One if you're not able to finish the race. So, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Leclerc went back into the pits again from his softs, not being able to really put in a very competitive lap. I mean, track evolution tells us that now that the last 20 minutes of this session are starting, now is the time where you really want to go out there and get your fast laps in. But um, I don't know. Seems not like much as we are on board now with Ocon throughout. I will just keep calling it throughout the wiggly worm bit there, and the Alpine looks quite planted, stable, a little bit of bouncing, but not much porpoising for the Alpine, so that is good. And as everyone is just going out pushing again and trying to get in the fastest lap possible, getting their qualifying sims done, that has pushed Hamilton down into P15 meanwhile. Mercedes, I don't think they will let that stand, and they have sent Hamilton back out onto a outlap now, so we will have another flyer there soon. Hamilton is on the soft tire, so we should see quite the performance for him. And Verstappen is back on an outlap too. Guess he wants to defend the honor of the Red Bulls as he is leading from the Hamilton straight in front of Gasly. Norris in front of Stroll there. Seems like there's quite the traffic buildup. But yeah, Norris is on an outlap as well, but has been let past by the whole field. And Hamilton starting his flyer into the combo of turn 3 and 4. Quite sure that one has a name too, but as I said, I am terrible with names. So Hamilton, after going through sector 1, 1.5 seconds off Sainz's pace already. I don't think that this is going to work out for him. All right, we had a team radio off the pit wall asking Verstappen about what was with the noise in the car, which he complained about at the beginning of the session, on which he promptly said, "Didn't hear it again. Oh, wait, I hear it." So, don't know, but looks solid what he is putting in on lap times. A green sector one for him. So seems like he will get some positions up. Hopefully not too much because I would really like to keep Alonso there in P4 or even get another flyer from him and see him up on a podium position. While oof, they just dropped Lando Norris's car without any rear wheel tires. And seems like the mechanic on the rear left tire is definitely having his first day as he is trying to put the wheel on the wrong way, so with the rim to the inside. So eh, yeah, no, no. I think that was probably, yeah, maybe not his last day, mistakes happen, but it's very, very embarrassing if you have something like this seeing. I mean, in the replay, it wasn't a jack fail or anything. Oh, it was. It was a jack fail why the car fell down. But yeah, the other mechanic, the rear left man, trying to put that hard tire on the wrong way. So mm, yeah, Jose Martinez, you hate Super Chat? Why? And as I am personally more familiar with Twitch than I am with YouTube, mind explaining to me what a super chat is? As now we are in the last 15 minutes of this session, and usually they are rather boring. Everybody's getting their setup tweaked once again, and then about 7 minutes before this end of the session, we will see nice things. Um, Federico, in free practice, some teams are hiding their true performance. I don't think that this is true. In free practice, they're just practicing their performance, running specific programs. They are not out to be fast, but to gather data about the behavior of their car. So it doesn't really have to do anything with sandbagging. But if I'm just there on a hard tire trying to get a race simulation in and drive 15 laps, I'm not going to do them on full push while others are doing qualification simulations and are just giving it their everything on a low fuel run. So yeah. Ooh, nice. It seems like I've spoken too soon. Hamilton is up there into second position, 1 second improving on 1 second to his former time. That is very nice to see. I mean, it is his home Grand Prix after all, so I guess winning his first race of the season here and continuing his streak of, chat, tell me how many consecutive races did Hamilton win in Silverstone? So it looks like the teams are trying to catch up on time, as the usual break towards the end of the session when everybody gets their last tweaks in seems not to be happening, as There we go. Russell is out on a hard tire, probably for some racing simulations, but Bottas out on another soft. So he definitely wants to 8 total wins, but not consecutive. Probably. It is 8 wins he had. That's I know, but I think they were not consecutive. I think it was 6 consecutive wins, 6 or 7. When was it where Rosberg beat him here, in equal machinery? That is important to say. So let's see. Bottas back into the pits, switched to hard tires and is now on another outlap, so probably going for some high fuel and tire wear simulation runs as well. LT Ralph. Really? Was that 2018 where Sebastian Vettel won? Wasn't that, yeah, no, yeah. That was, yeah, you're right. 2018. So only 4 consecutive wins for Hamilton here. Maybe, I mean, of course, he would want to do it 5 consecutive wins here, putting it into 9 wins total on this track. Would be nice. Sir, yeah. Stand with Lewis Hamilton, who I beat in 2016 in equal machinery. Not to forget, in equal machinery. Yeah, Rosberg, who beat Hamilton in the same machinery. I know, it's unbelievable. Almost nobody knows about this. And I hope he can bring home a win. Not because I'm particularly a Hamilton fan, but just because I'm sick of just seeing two teams fighting for world championship and the rest kind of trailing behind, trying to grab scraps and put in a third in the constructors championship. So I don't know. I think streaks should be broken. You know, but Papa Sauce, Hamilton had a terrible season so far. So I would say he could have a fifth consecutive win here. I think he can have that because I don't see him get much other things throughout the season. Like, there is, of course, never say never. There is still a chance of the championship for him this year, but that is so minuscule. And his good driving alone won't bring him the title this year. So if Ferrari and Red Bull don't majorly screw the pooch here, they will not get a title for him this year. So I don't know, a little bit of spice got to be in there. So yeah, really wondering about those porpoising things as we are starting into the last 10 minutes of this session. I mean, not looking too bad, and I've only had 3 of my Red Bulls so far, so yes, that's something. But yeah, if you're new here, just so I don't forget that, if you have enjoyed my rambling so far about how I want to keep my liver intact and how the Maggots and Beckets are definitely renamed the Wiggly Wormbit from now on this channel. If you've enjoyed that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Maybe even give us a thumbs up there, a like onto the stream. That helps the channel enormously with growth and everything. We are also working on quite a lot of new content for you all, so you also get some entertainment from us on those lonely, lonely weekends when there is no Formula One going. Summer break is coming closer and closer, and we will see to give you some entertainment through that. So, yeah, also join in onto our Discord where we are talking a lot of Formula One and consecutively adding other channels. Um, Yeah, Russell just been given the allowance there to push hard on his hard tire. I don't know how much that will bring, but yeah, we all know it is just practice. But why don't you like? We should just be hyped for seeing those amazing car drive. Um, yeah. So once more, don't forget like, follow, subscribe, and definitely copy the domain of this video and then tattoo it or print it and bind it to your cat's tail, and then hunt her through the neighborhood to get some new fans into the channel here. And yeah, I've heard a super cool thing lately. Don't forget to take the to hold the like button at gunpoint and force him to walk through puddles in his socks. So where are we? Yeah, we are not really seeing any time improvements there, not on personal sectors, not on overall sectors. Whoever is out seems to be out just on their hard tires for some race simulations. Seeing some medium as well, but nothing is pushed on those medium. The only interesting thing there is Paris and Verstappen both on their outlaps still on a soft tire. Same as Vettel as well, still on a soft. So I am just um rambling along here. So Jose Martinez, another one into the bank. Thank you very much, but be aware you do not have to do this. It is like we are doing this for you. We're doing this because we all are motorsport enthusiasts. We love Formula One, and we will continue bringing you this content no matter if you donate or not. All we ask is if you're watching on a mobile, bring your nose close into the screen and then nose boop the subscribe button. That's free and it helps us out a lot. Upright Fossil, good question. How many F1 records are held by Hamilton? I think it's quite a lot. Kind of same as Schumacher, which, yeah. Mm. All right, there we go. Last 5 minutes, finishing stretch. Vettel pushing it there, improving on his personal best times. We don't see that on TV currently, but I see it in my data, and it seems like just towards the end of the lap, he got stuck behind Verstappen and was not able to improve on his time. Yeah, All right, there we go. It doesn't look like a lot of improvements are still incoming, as now the window to change anything about the car has definitely closed. You can pour back into the pits if you want to, but you won't get your car back out in time to have another flyer. So it seems like we are finishing with very, very mixed tire sets throughout the tracks and the different cars. Everybody kind of running their own programs there. Looks like most of them are really just out high fuel loads, trying to get a hang of this tire degradation, how the track behaves, how it's rubbering in, maybe trying to find some reliability issues and tackle them before they really do something against. But yeah, just as we are on board with Russell, you can hear his car scraping over the ground in this very rhythmic manner, which seems a lot like porpoising to me. Really in the high speed sections of the track. So this is uh, difficult. Yeah, well, oh, there we go. Just a quick pit stop there for Russell. I should just stop talking because whenever I say something, someone on the track does the exact opposite, and just send Russell back out on a soft tire now for one last flyer. Ain't you 50 euros? Are you insane? Like for real, you can't do this, you know? I can't handle affection very good. Maybe because my mother never loved me, but that's a completely different thing. It has nothing to do with Formula One, where we see Russell pushing his way to a last flying lap, a really fast one as it seems, with his new and quite shiny soft tire, actually. So, um, there we go. Let's go back at FP2, FP1. Out of all the drivers, which driver has impressed you the most? That is good question. I don't know how you all see it. I see our tech guy racing statistics back in our technical directive has already answered that. I gotta go with that. Definitely Norris putting it into that P3, 0.176 seconds off the leader's pace in a Ferrari with his McLaren, who has been struggling throughout a lot of the season. That is very impressive. Love to see it. Really happy. So where are we? I oof, missed it a little bit. There. Jose, please don't. God damn it. Why? Yeah, showing love, just send me foot pictures next time, okay? Come into the Discord, send me a foot picture. Stop throwing this insane amount of money at us. So, yeah, but thank you very much, of course. The checkered flag has been flown. Alonso, the first to cross it, not being able to continue in this session. Now, Hamilton and Russell storming up into the wiggly worm bit, and Supermax, you know what? I will just ignore that. No, can't handle affection. It's like I'm sorry, appreciate it and everything, but I just don't know how to respond. You guys are amazing and throwing way more at us than we deserve or than we feel we deserve. So, there we go. Hamilton, Russell, both out. Hamilton on a medium, leading from Russell, as it seems. No, has had let Russell pass, but both just putting in yellow sectors. That doesn't really do much for him. Hamilton 5 seconds off the pace towards the end. Russell 3 seconds off the pace. So yeah, let's see. Vettel. didn't really improve as well, still sitting in P12 there. But Hamilton putting it in second. So, but we're just, yeah, Hamilton there with the team radios. Something just fell off his car in turn 9, might have been from the floor. There is some carbon fiber there in turn 9, so might be from Hamilton's floor. We don't know, but towards this high speed, the Mercedes still looks bouncy. It still looks like there is some porpoising going on because, sorry, Toto, I don't buy it. That is not suspension bouncing. That is definitely aerodynamic because it is way too regular and it happens in every track. So, yeah, nah, there is no way they have solved their porpoising issues yet. I'm calling it. But anyway, yeah, that will conclude the free practice 2 session as the last drivers get their in laps done. Um, as always, free practice 3 will be in about 21 hours from now, depending on what time zone you are. That will still be today or then tomorrow. It will be a few hours. I will definitely catch up on some sleep in between. Thank you all for joining. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Feel loved and don't only do good things for us here in the channel. Go out and do some random good deeds just for someone else, just a random good thing for a stranger. Help them out. Help an old lady over the street. If you see a kid cry, you can be evil and good at the same time. If you do see a kid crying in the grocery store, just buy that candy his mother doesn't want to give him and then give it to him, you know? All right, we get into the practice starts, and now it's going to be interesting because now we see Norris's foot cam, pedal cam there, as he is doing a practice start. So I'm curious about that. Shifting it into first gear, release the brake, letting the clutch go, and that seemed a little bit boring. Well, there we go. Supermax, thank you again. And no, um I will just not deal with it. It's you guys are too amazing, you're too lovely, you're doing too many good things for us. Especially because it's just me standing here rambling some bullshit, making very false predictions, and drinking insane amounts of caffeine I probably shouldn't drink. But we do it all for the entertainment. We do it for you guys. Happy to have you here. Once again, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to our channel as we will be back with practice 3, of course, and also bring you a live qualifying and the race. So some alternate commentary, most likely to be funny. Don't forget to sign a petition that will officially rename Maggots and Beckett to the Wiggly Worm Bit. I would very much appreciate that, so I don't feel stupid anymore. And well then, King Chu, you're very welcome for everything we do. We really like doing it, and we will continue doing it. So yeah, that's been it. I've been Feral, and one random good deed for a stranger.